Hi friends! If you're looking for a quick and creative way to repurpose your paper scraps and transform them into beautiful, unique ephemera pieces, keep watching. I am always trying new ways to use up my scraps because I truly hate waste, especially when it comes to craft supplies. I want to show you how even the smallest leftovers can turn into something really special. In today's video, we're taking those paper scraps and creating these gorgeous prize ribbon style ephemera pieces. These are incredibly versatile and you can use them as tags, tuck them into junk journals, add them to card fronts, decorate gift packaging, or even string several together to make a fun garland or banner. The possibilities really are endless, and the best part is you're using what you already have. So let's get started. The main ingredient for this craft is simple: paper scraps. You can make these ribbons as large or as small as you like depending on what you already have available. I have a mixture here of different patterns, colors, and sizes, and honestly, I find the quirkier the combination, the better. Mixing unexpected prints adds so much charm and whimsy to the finished project. For the base shapes, I'm using the scrapbook.com Nested Elegant Circles die set. I went into my paper stash and randomly pulled papers, but you can choose patterns that coordinate by color family or theme. Here's what I chose: a beautiful toile paper for my largest circle, a text print for the second layer, a rose pattern for the third, a gorgeous coral floral for the fourth, a scrap of vintage style music paper for the fifth, and finally a small piece of gold glitter paper for the center. You can create lots of layers for a fuller ribbon or keep it simple with just a few layers. Both styles look amazing. I'm going to run all of these layers separately through my die cutting machine. And now that everything is cut, assembling is very simple. We're just literally layering each circle right on top of the other to build dimension and create that classic award ribbon effect. For the center, you can use small ephemera pieces, die cuts, or buttons. Patchwork heart pieces work beautifully here. I'll link my previous video on how I did these. Or you can do what I did and mix buttons for extra personality. I used a pearl button on this one, a pink button here, a heart-shaped button, and a larger button. This is a great opportunity to dig into your stash and use what you already own, which to me is my favorite part: shopping my stash. Before assembling everything, we need to create the ribbon tails. I'm going back into my scrap pile and choosing two coordinating papers that will work nicely with the colors already in the ribbon we chose. You don't have to match perfectly. Mixing patterns actually makes this more fun and unique. For my tails, I'm using a Spellbinders tag punch that comes in 1.5 inch and 2.5 inch, 2 inch, and today I'm using the 1.5 inch option, which is the middle size here. You'll want to cut your paper to 1.5 inches wide, insert it into the punch, and create a fishtail shape. Now, if you don't have this punch, that's okay. Scissors work just as well. So simply cut a slit upward into the center of your strip, then trim diagonally from each corner to meet the top of that slit. Repeat on the other side, and you'll have perfect ribbon tails. To assemble, I'm using my roller adhesive to attach each nested circle together and build that layered look. Next, I'm adding my button center using a generous amount of liquid adhesive so everything stays secure. Now I'm deciding on the orientation of my tails. I personally like the one tail slightly longer than the other because it feels more natural and adds movement and interest. And once I'm happy with the placement, I glue them down and set everything aside to dry. You can absolutely leave these as they are. They're beautiful as is, or you can add stamped sentiments for an extra special touch. Some inspiring ideas include "You are amazing," "Thank you for being a friend," or "Your sunshine on a cloudy day." Who wouldn't love to receive that? Today I'm using the sentiment, "May your dreams be your wings." I'm stamping with Catherine Pooler ink in Over Coffee. Since this stamp is new, I'm lightly seasoning it with the oils from my hands to help achieve a cleaner stamped image. On another ribbon, I'm stamping the sentiment, "You shine," directly onto the tail and changing the direction slightly for visual interest. And that, my friends, is it. A super easy, fun, and most importantly, inexpensive way to use up your paper scraps. In my opinion, paper scraps really are the gift that keeps on giving. Instead of throwing them away, challenge yourself to see what new and amazing things you can create by giving them a second life. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more scrap busting inspiration and crafty ideas. I love these type of videos. They challenge me to think outside of the box, and it's really fun. Until next time, bye, friends.